I adore beetles. I love how many shapes, sizes, colours, and temperaments they come in, and there's one beetle that has always held a place in my heart. Here we have the common ground beetle. Look at that absolute apex predator of the undergrowth. From its powerful crushing mandibles to its agile speedy legs, he's built like a miniature Bengal tiger, and look at the jet black coloration of its exoskeleton. How could it be any more visually appealing? Enter the purple beauty, Carabus problematicus, a nocturnal woodland hunter, emerging from hiding in the dark of night to terrorize any smaller invertebrates unlucky enough to cross their path. These are a kind of ground beetle, a large family with some species reaching 3 centimeters or 1.6 inches in length. Ground beetles are opportunistic feeders, scouring large areas of land and attacking anything they stumble across that will fit in their bellies. The main prey items of ground beetles are aphids, moth larvae, beetle larvae, and mites, with Carabus problematicus even hunting slugs and snails, which makes them incredibly useful as pest control for humans. But I got to wondering, why is this beetle called Carabus problematicus? What makes this beetle a problem? I set out to find the answer. Problematicus are the opposite of a problem in your garden, as they keep many pests at bay. They're no more of a problem for their prey items than many other kinds of ground beetle. I could understand it if they were particularly feisty, with a tendency to bite entomologists who handle them, but to the best of my knowledge, they have no interest in biting humans at all. The specimen in these videos was perfectly pleasant when I handled it. Problematicus is used as an epithet in the beetle's scientific name, and I did find another example of this epithet being used in the name of a gargantuan prehistoric fish, Leedsichthys problematicus, meaning problematic fish of Leeds. Problematic due to the fossilized remains discovered being incredibly fragmented, making them very difficult to recognize and identify, and Leeds after Alfred Leeds, who discovered them, not Leeds the place in England. There is also a species of scorpion with the epithet problematicus due to hardships in identifying it. It was previously known as Isometrus problematicus, but now it's called Redianus problematicus. Hold on. Redianus, in the family Butthydae. Nah, someone's pulling my leg here. So is the Carabus problematicus named so due to the difficulty in identifying it? I must admit that when I found this specimen, I wrongly identified it as Carabus violaceus, a very similar beetle, with both Carabus problematicus and Carabus violaceus being violet ground beetles. But after seeing images of both species side by side, it's actually very easy to tell them apart, with problematicus having a far more textured elytra. Notice the distinct ridges. There are many other species of beetle that are far harder to tell apart than these. At this point, desperation overtook me. I posted on several online entomology forums in the hope of someone having an answer for me, or even a thread that I could pull. I waited days, but nothing. Despite several responses, nobody could help me get any closer to the truth. I was on my own. A breakthrough. I figured out who named Carabus problematicus. It was Johann Friedrich Wilhelm Herbst. Maybe we can ask him why he... Nope. He died 216 years ago. Maybe I need to approach this from a different angle. It's possible that I'm getting too caught up in the entomology while the answer lies in etymology. An animal's scientific name comes from Latin. Herbst was German, so let's translate problematicus from Latin to German. Problematicus becomes problematisch, and when translated to English, problematisch becomes, somewhat unsurprisingly, problematic. Alright then, let's focus on the Latin word, problematicus. The Latin alphabet emerged from the Old Italic alphabets, which themselves came from the Old Etruscan, Greek, and Phoenician scripts. And historical Latin came from the same region where Roman civilization began. So where did the Latin word problematicus come from? It turns out that the word problematicus is borrowed from ancient Greek, which had the word problematikos, meaning outjutting, barrier, problem. Wait, we've been focusing on problem, but this word also used to mean something else. outjutting. Outjutting means something protruding. And how do you tell Carabus problematicus apart from Carabus violaceus? By the defined ridges that protrude from the elytra of problematicus. Herbst wasn't calling this a problem beetle, he was referencing its outjutting or protruding ridges, which are the distinguishing feature of this beetle and therefore would be worth including in its scientific name. The mystery solved. Now, I can hold up my hands and say that this mystery took longer to figure out than it probably should have. But at least now the next time someone has the same question, the answer will be sat there just waiting for them. If there's one thing I'm learning as I delve further into the study of entomology, it's that researching these critters is a lot harder than the fun bit where I go outside and take pictures of them. But I won't deny that getting to the bottom of this little mystery was incredibly satisfying. I just hope the next one has fewer hard to pronounce words.